You're watching THV 11 this morning.
Welcome back. Each minute, at least one American develops dementia at an average cost of $42,000 per year for assisted living services. Author Dorothy Kuhn is here with ways that you can lower your risk. Thank you so much for joining us on this Medical Monday.
It's great to be here. When I was young, I had a brilliant memory and a tremendous ability to focus. That lasted me almost all my life, but in my early 50s, I found it hard to remember things. It was miserable. So I focused in the moment and did what I could to remember better. It worked for a while, and then a couple years later, I found it hard to focus. So that ditched that first strategy. And I found doing regular things kind of hard to do and increasingly harder. That was miserable in my life, in my work, with my family, everything. So I just struggled through for a while, and 15 months ago, I had the most wonderful weekend with my two grown kids. We were together on Saturday and Sunday, which doesn't happen much there. And on Sunday, I was talking to my son, Elise, as though the conversation we had had the day before had never happened. My daughter was looking at me like
you'd lost it.
What's going on, Mom? And so, needless to say, the next day, I called my doctor right away and came clean with her. And I said, you have got to get me to the best neurologist in Dallas. Second best will not do. What's going on, Dorothy? So when she heard the story, she said, well, I can send you to the best neurologist in Dallas, but here's what they'll tell you. Come back when it's really bad. And I'm thinking, this is kicking my tuchus now. So she said, you're the luckiest woman on the planet. I am really very, very lucky. So she went into medicine in part because her grandmother's died pretty unhappily of the effects of dementia. So she swore that she'd do everything she could to make that problem go away. And I made the appointment. I've done what she said, and there are 3 strategies. We'll talk about those in a minute, and I have turned that ship around.
Well, great. Let's get to it. We're running out of time. We have about 45 seconds. Let's go through the mistakes that you say people make when developing dementia.
Oh, the 4 huge mistakes are to accept it. This is a Still Alice mistake. Fantastic movie. Best winning actress last night, but you don't want to accept it. The second huge mistake to make is, I call the Melissa McCarthy. So there are trigger foods that you want to avoid, and we'll talk about those in just a minute. You can get more on my site, beatingdementia.com. And the third huge mistake to make, I call the couch potato. Do we sit a lot in our culture?
Yeah, I agree. We do.
We sit a lot. And if we sit too much, it makes it hard to sleep. And movement and sleep are keys to activating the brain. And you want to activate your brain so that you can have a healthy brain.
And unfortunately, we are out of time, but give us the website where we can go to learn more.
It's beatingdementia.com, B-E-A-T-I-N-G, dementia. And there's great information there for you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Beating Dementia!
Beating Dementia with Dorothy Kuhn. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks.
We're going to take a quick break.